welcome to StudioJake. I, of course, am your host, Jacob Airy. Thank you so much for joining me on my vidcast where I talk about all things pop culture, from film to television to anime to novels, and sometimes some celebrity news. I would really appreciate it if you would like this video, share it out, leave me a comment, and tell me what you think. Also, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. You see, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs. It's like my goal, and I'm over 700, so I'm way past halfway. I would just really appreciate it if you or one of your friends, if you're already a subscriber, would subscribe and help me get over that finish line. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for your consideration. So, one of the things that I covered previously is the Johnny Depp trial. Now, I didn't cover the whole trial. I covered the outcome and then some of the fallout. And it was quite an adventure. Now, Johnny Depp is a celebrity like any other celebrity, but I think in the case of the situation with his ex-wife, he was clearly the victim of that. He was defamed. He was, had he had been abused, and there's just no easy way to say that. But it seems to me like he is starting to make his comeback. So, what was kind of shocking about what happened with Johnny Depp is that usually Hollywood will defend people. Now, in the case of the situation with his ex-wife, she leapt on that Me Too train, which Me Too had this great start. It was nabbing big names of people who were actually abusers, but then it started going after innocent people because of off-color humor or rude or sometimes rude behavior, but it never crossed the line into what Me Too was originally supposed to do, and so it kind of got drowned out. But Johnny Depp's ex-wife, she just jumped on that train and pulled the horn until all the way till court. And what was sad about that is Johnny Depp had very few people come out and defend him. Now, there were a few. There was the singer Sia, producer Jerry Bruckheimer, director Tim Burton, a few others like that. But it was very low in comparison to the people who supported his ex-wife. And then now she's been determined to be a liar, and she can't have and so it's really hard for her to even find work. She's even moved to another country because she's being sued by other parties. And I think this is a good win. I think this is a good win because one thing that happened in the Depp situation is an accusation was made, but instead of due process going through, the media literally trying to find him guilty. They won in court even in the UK, which was an incredibly embarrassment. The UK courts are a joke, by the way. If someone breaks into your home and tries to murder you, and you subsequently defend yourself and they get a bruise, you're going to prison, not the person who tried to harm you. So keep that in mind. The UK courts are just an absolute joke. But anyway, like I said earlier, it seems like Johnny Depp is getting some wins. He's starting to recover. Several of his movies were released. Some of them were put on hold for years because of what was going on. And it's been really cool to see him kind of rise out of the ashes of this. And one such is he is making big appearances at the Cannes Film Festival, which happened very recently. Now, I want to read this article from bleedingfool.com, not that other one that's just part of the Access Media. Bleedingfool.com had this article about how he is saying he's not going to go with Hollywood anymore, that Hollywood is no longer needed. So it says, appearing at the Cannes Film Festival last week, actor Johnny Depp said that he has no further need for Hollywood. Those were my air quotes, by the way. I don't know why, some commenters get freaked out when I use air quotes. It's so dumb. The day after the release of his first movie in 3 years, after the world premiere of Jean Louberry, in which he plays King Louis XV, Depp made a rare public appearance to answer press inquiries. This is Depp's first movie since a jury last year supported him in his legal dispute with his ex-wife Amber Heard. The movie is directed by and stars Mae Wan. And they go on to sum up the trial. And then it says, of course, those in the far left media which fully supported Amber Heard, fact check true, and her lies found this appearance to be embarrassing. Again, the articles, air quotes. So someone asked, did he feel boycotted by Hollywood? And this was his reply. Did I feel boycotted by Hollywood? You'd 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 have to not have a pulse to feel like, no, none of this happening. It's a weird joke, Depp told reporters. When you're asked to resign from a film you're doing because of something that is merely a function of vowels and consonants floating in the air, yes, you feel boycotted. He was, of course, referring to the Fantastic Beast when he was fired from that and they replaced him with a different actor. I believe it was in the third Fantastic Beast films. He continues, I don't feel boycotted by Hollywood because I don't think about Hollywood. I don't have much further need for Hollywood myself, Depp said. It's a strange, funny time where everybody would love to be able to be themselves, but they can't. They must fall in line with the person in front of them. If you want to live that life, I wish you the best. And that's just that is really accurate. I feel like he was definitely betrayed by people in Hollywood. Um, Even he made some franchises the biggest in the world. Even Fantastic Beasts, the movies weren't really that good, but people were going back to see him, at least the sequel. But then you take that away. I honestly feel like he's right in this regard, is that Hollywood is no longer needed. You know, even in my younger days, I was kind of swept away by Hollywood. I'll admit it. Hollywood, the glitz, the glamour, the Academy Awards, and, you know, celebrities, though, in particular, celebrities on social media have just destroyed that illusion. I lived in Hollywood for several years. It's no secret that I did marketing for several podcasts, popular podcasts, and I got to look behind the curtain. It's an ugly thing behind that curtain, let me tell you. It's nothing that would impress you or see, even among the limited sphere that I was a part of. And I got to meet some Hollywood insiders. I got to meet producers, film promoters, especially in my capacity as someone in marketing. And let me tell you, it's not good. You hear things, you see things, and quite frankly, um, as I said before, it was just all an illusion. I mean, think about it. Up until it was unpopular, Harvey Weinstein had defenders, people who were standing up for him. Think about, even Bill Cosby, as terrible of things as he did, people still defend him. O.J. Simpson, who did everything but leave his business card at the crime scene. He's found innocent and people still defend him. The Kardashians, who, now they've never committed a crime that I'm aware of, but their whole vapid lifestyle, and they keep doing it. And Kim Kardashian's probably one of the worst mothers I've ever seen. She literally left her daughter outside. She's not even a teenager yet. Literally left her outside of the Met Gala just to so she could go in and yuck it up with the guy that she cheated on her ex-husband. So think about that for a second. The glitz and glamour, it's all an illusion, and we're seeing things change. We're seeing film studios open up in places like Nashville. We're seeing places open up in Texas. And I just hope that these folks who are opening new avenues of where Hollywood can be made, of where film and TV, it's not just owned by New York and Los Angeles, it's owned by, the actual creators. I really hope that those people are successful, but I hope they don't bring that sort of vapid Hollywood illusion with them. Where, it used to be at one point that the Academy Awards actually honored good filmmaking. Now they own the ones that now this there are some exceptions. Obviously, The Artist is a perfect example of this. Parasite, another perfect example of a film that deserved to win Best Picture, apart from the Hollywood zeitgeist. But it's just all vapid. And what happened with Johnny Depp, why would he want to rejoin that? Why would he want to be a part of a system that tossed him to the side when he became inconvenient, when the headlines were bad? Because Hollywood and the press are intertwined. They're all part of the media. And I've said this before, and it bears repeating, right? So good for Johnny Depp. I'm glad that his new film is making a splash. I fully intend to see it and review it. I'll be honest with you if I think it's a good movie or a bad movie. But until then, I'm going to continue to call balls and strikes in the entertainment industry. You know, and I know I'm just a guy yelling in a microphone, but someone's got to talk about it, right? So if you see this movie, if you see Johnny Depp in this film, please let me know what you think about it. If you were at Cannes Film Fest, I would love your opinion on it. Personally, I don't like the Cannes Film Festival, but it is a tool, and Johnny Depp used it, and I'm glad he was able to get his message about leaving Hollywood behind out there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up, that you'll leave me a comment and tell me what you think, that you'll share it out with your friends, and of course, consider subscribing to StudioJake. I cover all kinds of nerd and pop culture topics, including film, television, anime, comic books, and so much more. I hope that you'll also head over to my main website, StudioJakeMedia.com, where I have even more news, views, and commentary. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, head over to my locals page. That's studiojakemedia.locals.com. It's the best way to support me. I'm trying to build a little community there. I have exclusive reviews and articles, so definitely head over there and check it out. And I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.